Welcome back to the program. Joined by Rex Nelson now. He is columnist, senior writer with Arkansas Democrat Gazette. I always get your title mixed up.
Senior editor. Just remember, I'm old. Just put senior in front of whatever it is.
Senior and whatever. All right. Arkansas Food Hall of Fame, which you are one of the judges and serve on the board of, announced their big winners this past week. It's an exciting thing.
Oh,
and I know you're about the food.
The growth has been just incredible. I mean,
you had like over 600 applicants.
Yeah,
this
more
year.
than 600 nominations, and
wow.
It shows the interest in it. When we started this 2 years ago, it obviously was something whose time had come. I mean, food, local restaurants are such a part of our culture here in Arkansas. And we made a conscious decision that we weren't going to water this down early. You know, so many new Hall of Fames come along and they'll put 20 in their first class.
Yeah.
We're going to only do 3 a year, so it's really special. So we did 7, 8, and 9 as far as our restaurants this year. We did Burgess, which has a location in Little Rock, of course, but started down in Louisville and still going strong down in Louisville. Started down there.
Lafayette County.
Yeah, Holden Burge cooking out of his backyard back in the 1950s, smoking turkeys and hams. Then in the early 60s, they bought a little dairy bar down there, and now they ship turkeys and hams literally all over the country. So that one came in. We did barbecue again. We've done one barbecue now. We don't have to, but we've done one barbecue a year.
We got a lot of picks.
We did Jones the first year over in Mariana. We did the iconic McClards in Hot Springs the second year, and another Arkansas icon this year, Craig's in DeVal's Bluff, Arkansas, that we also put in the Hall of Fame. And then a great place in Malvern that a lot of people just don't know about. It's called Keeney's Food Mart. It's a grocery store with tables in the back. And Mr. and Mrs. Keeney have been running that store for more than 60 years. The same couple. You can get breakfast in there. You can get lunch in there. Thursday is steak day. Some of the best ribeyes you'll ever have. It's in a residential neighborhood because they were in business long before zoning came to Malvern. And then, like I said, the same couple has been operating it for more than 60 years. Keeney's in Malvern. Those are the kind of places you love to see go in the Hall of Fame.
Where do people go to kind of learn more about all of the past recipients as well as the current
we have an app that you can load, and it's got all kinds of information on it. You can go over to the Department of Arkansas Heritage website, and you can access all of that from there.
All right, let's shift our attention to Searcy, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Home of Yarnell's Ice Cream.
And Harding University, which I used to represent.
Maybe someday Yarnell's makes the Food Hall of Fame there for you as well. Searcy wins a small business makeover, a national competition through Hulu, which is a streaming service here. What do you think this means for Searcy? And you've been up there like I have been. There's a lot of potential in Searcy.
Oh, a lot of potential in Searcy. I mean, your towns that are going to do well going forward in this economy, the knowledge-based economy, your college towns are going to do well. And like I said, they've got a strong college. People with a strong hospital are going to do well. And they have a very strong medical system already there that serves that entire part of the state. Searcy has really established itself as this regional center that serves multiple counties up there. So what this is going to do is it's going to pump $500,000 into small businesses to help them. Now, that'll go fast. That's not a lot of money. I think the bigger impact is that this is going to be national exposure on Hulu, kind of a reality type show. I'm not saying the next Chip and Joanna Gaines and what they've done to transform Waco, Texas is going to come out of there, but it could. I think the national publicity is going to mean more, frankly, than the $500,000 for Searcy.
Interesting stuff. Congratulations to Searcy on that. That was a voter-driven contest, and I know we helped push it through our social media. A lot of people did, and that's really what got
One of
them
my favorite courthouses
over the
in Arkansas is the White County Courthouse. So much potential in that square around the courthouse.
All right, we'll see what happens with that. All right, lastly, I want to talk about the passing of two political figures, a little bit under the radar for people not in the know, but very influential and important people. Let's begin with Don Harrell, longtime aide to David Pryor, passes away recently. What are your memories of Don Harrell?
Don Harrell was David Pryor's right-hand man. I mean, they grew up together in Camden. They were boyhood friends. Don went into the academic world. I mean, he had a PhD. He was an English professor at the University of Houston. Kind of got tired of the academic life, and guess what? His buddy David Pryor's elected governor of Arkansas in 1974. So Don comes on board, works in the governor's office, and then he later works as the chief of staff for David Pryor in Washington, D.C. When I went to Washington as a young, very untested reporter needing to learn the ropes in 1986, Don Harrell kind of took me under his wing. He was one of those staffers that really helped me a lot. He loved fellow Arkansans, especially fellow South Arkansans. So I kind of held from South Arkansas like he did. But like you said, he's one of those guys that stayed under the radar. He wrote David Pryor's book with David Pryor, but didn't want any credit for him. Wonderful speaker, wonderful wit. And sometimes, as you know, Roby, it's not the office holders, but it is just as much the people behind the scenes, the key staffers that make them run. And like I said, he was David Pryor's right-hand man for many years. A real loss.
Another passing, and he's been off the scene for a while, unfortunately, due to a debilitating stroke. George Jernigan passes away, was the former Democratic Party of Arkansas chairman, but actually was appointed, I think, to Attorney General.
Was Attorney General for a
was
while.
appointed to Secretary of State.
Yeah, Secretary of State.
And then he ran for Attorney General.
He was appointed Secretary of State.
When Clinton was governor there. But George Jernigan, another one of these guys, under the radar, behind the scenes, was there at a time when Bill Clinton really exploded onto the national scene.
Absolutely, and a real player in Arkansas politics. In fact, answer to a trivia question, we know that Skip Rutherford founded the Political Animals Club. Who was the second chairman of Political Animals? It was George Jernigan.
Okay.
And there has only been 7 of us. I say us because I was one. Shane Broadway, now the 7th chairman. There have only been 7 chairmen of that organization in 36 years. So George was a player at all levels. Like you said, had a debilitating stroke, and his former law partner and the 3rd Political Animals chairman, Russ Meeks, did just a wonderful job. I mean, he checked on George daily for years. It's one of the greatest examples of friendship, I think, that I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was around a lot when I broke into the political scene, and like Don Harrell for you, George Jernigan showed me a lot of ropes and taught me where some of the passages were in terms of understanding how Arkansas politics works.
And to use the old term, happy warrior, George was one of those happy warriors. He truly enjoyed the game of politics.
Yeah, that's a good guy. All right. Rest in peace to both of them
Amen.
and to their families. So Rex Nelson, always good
Thanks,
to see
Roby.
you. Thanks
Appreciate
for being here. We're back with more right after this.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.
I did.
You'll find us at the end of a lot of long country roads, covering over 60% of the great state of Arkansas. Our 17 electric distribution cooperatives are working day and night to provide reliable, affordable power to over 500,000 homes, farms, and businesses, just like yours. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, your local energy partners.